Welcome to the Lose Your Big Ass Stomach podcast. I'm your host, Jay Jackson, and my mission here is to help you get rid of that big ass stomach and take back control of your health so that you can look and feel your best by being the best version of yourself, mentally and physically, while destroying the mediocre agenda society is trying to brainwash you into, and breaking our families' generational curses of being unhealthy by being a healthy and fit role model. It's time to set a new standard. It's time to set a new standard of living. If you find the podcast helpful, be sure to hit that follow button because that helps us build a movement. Let's go. So back when I started, really getting into the online fitness space, I found myself having a really tough time. I found myself, posting sometimes, and sometimes I wouldn't post, and I make a little bit of money 1 week or 1 month, and then the next month I wouldn't have no money coming in. And so I got really frustrated, disappointed, and to be honest, I was just fed up. I was fed up with not getting the results that I wanted to have. And I had to come to a realization, man, I just got to go to war. I had to accept that that shit was going to be tough. It was going to be tough learning how to market. It was going to be tough learning how to post content. It was going to be tough being consistent. It was going to be tough learning how to articulate and deliver my message in a way where people are entertained. People get the message. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't easy. But prior to me coming to that realization, I was wishy-washy. Sometimes I'd post, sometimes I wouldn't. Sometimes I'd be consistent with dropping content and, getting on sales calls and talking to guys and really helping them make changes and transform their body. Sometimes I wouldn't. And it was just a lot of discomfort around it. In the back of my head, I knew I needed to do these things, but it was just, it's just something that didn't feel well. It didn't sit well. I was like, it got to be an easier way. It can't be this hard. It just got to be an easier way. But after just going so long and seeing other people, in the fitness industry that start to do, better than I was doing, even though I had been doing it longer, I just got frustrated. I'm like, man, ain't no way in the hell they doing better than me. And I've been doing it longer. And everyone has their reason that's going to trigger them to want to make that change. For some people, it might be a bad breakup. For other people, they may go to the doctor and they get that doctor say, hey, you got to start taking these prescriptions, whatever it is. Everybody's going to be a little bit different. But at some point, either if you don't start to realize that if you don't accept that it's going to be tough and accept that you got to put in the work, things get worse. Things get out of hand. We see it all the time with folks who end up on high blood pressure, type 2 diabetic medications, guys, having erectile dysfunction and, to the point where it breaks their family, because that's a really important part of a relationship. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to perform in the bedroom. But I just came to this point where I just accepted shit gonna be tough. All right, I'm gonna have to put in the work. I'm gonna have to be consistent. I'm gonna have to learn how to communicate. I'm gonna have to learn how to market and create content and sell and communicate with people in an effective way. And not only just putting in the habits and the work to, do these things, but also becoming a better version of myself to where the hard things become easier and the hard things become a lot more tolerable. And I say all this because a lot of times I see a lot of y'all, you reach out to me in the DMs and even on the comments, man, I'm not motivated. Man, I can't be consistent with my workout. Damn, do I really have to track my calories? Man, I don't have time to be looking at the ingredients label. Well, it ain't gonna be easy, dog. Either your ass go choose the hard route of being overweight, shit getting worse, and you end up having health issues. You starting to experience being self-conscious and embarrassed. Like I talk to guys in my Instagram and Facebook, guys, man, I don't want to go to the gym, man. I feel so embarrassed about how big I look. Everybody gonna be looking at me. That's hard. Which hard do you want? Do you want to have that hard where you get so big you can't fit your clothes no more? You don't feel comfortable with how your clothes fit? Your kids and your wife looking at you like, damn, you really let yourself go, huh? You a real piece of work. You're always tired. Do you want that level of hard? Do you want the level of hard where your boo thing, they're looking at other people now, they're not paying attention to you? They're not giving you that admiration. They don't admire you because you're not taking care of yourself. Cause that shit hard. Like emotional pain. What they be saying on some of these Instagram memes? Emotional damage. That's some real damage. You know what I'm saying? Or you can accept that it's gonna be hard to track your calories, to hit them workouts when you don't feel like it, to hit the workouts even when you sore, to go to the gym when you really rather stay in the bed and just chill. You know what I'm saying? It ain't easy. We all go through it. To go to the gym when you're not motivated. Which heart are you gonna accept? The heart of life getting worse or the heart of discipline? The heart of consistency? Because the truth is, guys, like success, especially with like fitness and building businesses, and all, it's just math. The math of like these habits that you need to have. Are you gonna do these habits on a daily basis to the point where you feel like you won that day? Because that's what makes us feel like we won the day. If we did exactly what we know we were supposed to do. If we did the workout. Imagine if you go through the day, you know you need to work out. You know you need to eat, your breakfast, lunch, dinner, and 1 or 2 snacks. You know you need to do these things. You know you need to brush your teeth. You know you need to, call or tell certain people that you love them. And imagine you do all these things. Can you imagine how good you go feel? Because you won the day. Now imagine how bad you feel when you don't do the things that you know you're supposed to do. You know you're supposed to work out, but you say, let me take my ass home, go to sleep. I can do it tomorrow. You know you're supposed to track your meals, but you're like, I don't feel like doing this today, man. It's just too much. It's just been a long day. How much worse do you go feel? Because you're not doing the things that you know are going to make you proud of yourself. This is what it's all about, man. It's habits that make you proud of you. Because when you start doing things that make you proud of you, you don't need nobody else's validation. Your validation is putting in the work every single day, the habits that make you proud of yourself. Because 1, you know you're taking care of yourself. 2, you know these habits are leading you towards something. It's leading you towards the body that you want. It's leading you towards being able to feel proud about the way you look when your clothes on or when you butt ass naked. When you at the beach and you ain't got to have your shirt on. You ain't got to have no look like Casper with a big old ass white shirt on. Look like you got a sheet on you. You ain't got to look like that. You ain't got to be like that if you put in the work. You see what I'm saying? And so whenever I get people, whether it be in the DMs or whether they done filled out the assessment form and they bring all kind of, bullshit excuses, they procrastinating, they got to wait, they got to think about it. Choose your own heart. Choose your heart. It's hard making any kind of investment. It's hard. I've made plenty of investments in different coaching programs. Be hard. $10,000 here, $15,000 there, $25,000 there. It's a whole lot of other shit I could have spent that money on. You see what I'm saying? But which one would have been harder? Would it have been harder for me to not spend that money and be spinning my wheels for months, if not years, seeing people go straight past me because I wasn't willing to invest in myself? Watching years of my life pass me by where I could be, I can't do certain things for my family. I can't go on certain trips and vacations, and I'm watching all these other people. Or I go ahead and, spend that bread. Shit, I'm going to make it back, but I can't get this time back. I'll make that bread back. I can't get my time back. Once this day gone, it's gone. Once this week gone, it's gone. Once this month and year gone, it's gone. And so imagine how many more experiences you could have created this month, this year, if you had the body you wanted, the clothes that you want to wear. If you're a fashion person, don't try to suppress it. Shit, go get the body you want so that you can live that life. If you know you into fashion, you know you like going on vacations, don't suppress it. Don't talk down on it, because it's the reason that God blessed you with that thing, that what makes you tick. If traveling makes you tick, then get your body in check so that you can travel. So you're not feeling bad about how you're looking when you're traveling. So you're not taking up 2 seats in the airplane because you're so damn big. You ain't gotta be like that. That's pain. Cause you're like, damn, everybody looking at my ass. Damn. The person next to you, they trying to get inside the seat, but they like, damn, can't even get in the seat, your big old ass. You ain't gotta be like that. That's pain. That's embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? And so you just gotta accept that you gotta go to war. And when I say war, I'm talking about war with self. And the war is the old you versus the new you. You gotta make some sacrifices, man. You gotta make some sacrifices to become the new version of you, the version that you want to be. Meaning, you gotta change some of them old habits. Them old habits of, binge eating late at night when you're tired, when you're sad, when you go into, low vibration because something bad might have happened that day, and it just happens all the time. Versus, I'm not saying we don't have our down days, but damn, it seems like some of y'all, every single day is a down day. When you go bounce back, when you go start having some good days. And sometimes you got to esteem yourself to have these good days, guys. It ain't just go come out of nowhere. You got to force it. You got to be intentional to make your days great, or else you go keep on having bad days. In this book, The 48 Laws of Power, it say, infectious. Stay away, avoid the unhappy and the unlucky. If you're noticing that you're going days feeling unhappy and unlucky, you might be hanging around some unlucky motherfuckers. So you need to start hanging around some folks who excited, they energized, they turned up to the max, they ready to get these results. And so you get around them folks, now your vibration going up, now your energy level going up, just by environment, association. Some of y'all, you got some folks that you're hanging out with, they holding you back. And it's not to say you got to give them up, but you might have to love them from a long spoon, however they say it, because feed them out of a long handled spoon. Because if you don't, you might stay in that same phase. You might never get out of that cycle of being sad, being depressed. Some people keep living the same cycle for 3 to 6 months, 6 to 12 months of their life. They keep living the same cycle every year of their life. And they never outbreak that cycle because they don't change their environment. And they don't come to accept the things that they're doing right now are the things that have led them to what life they're living right now. And so if you want to live a different life, if you want a better body, you want to start feeling proud about the way you look, you want to be a better role model and example for the people that you love and care about, you want to be able to do more for the people that you love and care about, you have to be willing to accept you're going to have to change your habits. You have to be willing to accept that. And like I said, you got to go to war. You got to go to war because we don't like change. Change is uncomfortable. That's why I say war. And it's like an inner war. I made a post like this a couple months back. I said, everybody focused on getting their body right, but nobody focused on getting their mind right. Your body can only go as far as you allow your mind to go. Your body can only go as far as your mind allows it to go. And so if you stay in this victim mentality, you stay in the excuse-making mentality, procrastinating-making mentality, I can do it all on by myself mentality, then your ass go keep on getting what you've been getting. If you're disappointed with where you at, you go keep on getting what you've been getting until you start changing some things. All right? But anyway, it don't have to be like that. If you're willing to make changes, if you're willing to accept what you've been doing for the past few days, months, years, it's gotten you to where you are now. And so now you say to yourself, self, what I've been doing, that shit ain't getting me to where I want to be at. So self, what changes do I need to start making today? Not next week, not next month. I'm not procrastinating. What do I need to start doing today to start leading me in the right direction to where I want to be at? And so when I look back a month from now, 6 months from now, a year from now, 5 years from now, I'm proud of myself. Even though it was hard, I'm proud of me. I'm proud of me for investing in me. I'm proud of me. I heard, what's his name? Snoop Dogg. He was making a speech. I'm proud of me for not giving up. I'm proud of me for investing in me. I'm proud of me for when nobody believed in me, I believed in me. I didn't need nobody else's validation to invest in that coaching program, start that workout, start eating right. I ain't need nobody. All I needed was me. Because as long as I believed in me that I'm going to get it done, the shit happening. A lot of y'all don't believe in yourself. But let me ask my wife to see if I can lose some weight. Well, damn. You got to ask your wife, can you lose? Well, shit, I don't know, man. Well, you're giving your power away. I totally understand the respect factor of, communicating with them. But damn, you go not do it just because if she don't agree with you wanting to lose weight? You see what I'm saying? You don't respect yourself enough to start making them changes. You see what I'm saying? And so you got to give yourself that power. Some of y'all, you always look for every little way out. If you're always looking for a way out and you know that's a habit. And habits are not always hard work. You can have habits that are toxic, that lead you in the wrong direction. And so you got to be working hard at breaking those bad habits. Because if you're not doing that, you go keep the same old habits. And, it ain't too hard to eat Ben & Jerry's every day. It ain't too hard to eat pizza and burgers and, snack on bullshit every day. Chips and, lemonade and sweet tea. That shit ain't hard. But you can make a habit out of doing it every day. And if you make that a habit, you get what you pay for. you get what you pay for. If you keep paying for shit like that, you go get things like high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, erectile dysfunction, looking in the mirror and putting on clothes, not being happy with what you see. And it's not hard to do that because those are habits. And so we can change this by accepting that it's going to be hard to change these habits and just start running the play with the right habits. And so that way you can feel proud about the way you look. You can be proud about your body, proud about yourself because you, shouts out to one of my coaching clients, Darrell. His daughter just graduated from college and he's down over 30 pounds. Life is just transforming in front of his eyes, leading by example. He getting fit, he getting healthy, he getting in shape. And now, his wife, his kids, everybody around him starting to do better. How that work? Think about that. You start to become better, so all the other people around you start to become better too. How about that? Man, that's the life I'm on, man. I don't know what some of y'all, some of these folks out here doing, but I'm done with the excuses. I'm done with the procrastinating. I'm done with I want to stay comfortable. Because if you always staying comfortable, if you always go keep your old ways, your old habits, you go keep them old ass results. But if you start making some changes, you start accepting that it's time to change, you start accepting that you want better, and you like, man, I'm tired of living right here. I don't want my life to look like this 5-10 years from now. I don't want it to get worse 5-10 years from now, except that you got to go to war. That's it. So if y'all found this podcast helpful, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, baby. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, the Lose the Big Ass Stomach podcast. And also, leave your boy a 5-star review, man, because we're growing this thing. At the time of me making this podcast, I think we had like 40-something 5-star review. Let's get this motherfucker up to 50. Let go. The big 50. All right? I appreciate y'all. Let's get it. We out of here. Let's go.